I want to talk about the young man that LeBron sent birthday wishes to just a few days back, Lonzo Ball. And this man got an up-close look at Lonzo Ball in game number 2 this year in Phoenix on a Friday night, which you will remember. And Lonzo put up his best numbers of the season because he went for 29, 11, and 9, and the 9 were assists, not turnovers. So 29, 11, and 9. And Lonzo made 3 big buckets down the stretch, as you recall, where he just took it to the rack. One time he went right up through Tyson Chandler and made one.
It was very impressive with the left hand, like body-to-body contact. I first met Lonzo Ball and his parents and his family in the 8th grade, when he was in the 8th grade. I seen him play at AAU basketball at an academy here in LA. I seen him play, and I knew the kid was going to be special. I seen him run the fast break in the 8th grade as if he was Jason Kidd, making on-time, on-target passes with the right velocity, and that means a lot for anyone catching any pass in any sport. He got a kid by the name of New Williams, 14 dunks in one game in transition. They played back-to-back. They went to the next court. He gets the kid, New Williams, 10 dunks. I try to get both of them for my travel team. I'm being honest with you. I try to get both. I was like, we need these two. And who is the kid who reminds me of Jason Kidd?
Right.
And seeing him grow up and see LaVar grow him and mature him and coach him and hold him accountable, I knew what Lonzo was capable of. And I'm, of course, UCLA biased. But I knew the kid is beyond his years. He impacts the game in a way that's uncommon, because his personality. He's never really swayed either way. He's always has a poker face, and he plays the right way. He makes the extra pass, which becomes contagious. And you mix him with Kuzma, and you have a team that can move the ball very quickly, and you have a young superstar in the waiting.
He has not put up these numbers that he put up against your team, and you could say your team was a little, you're a little troubled that night. I don't know. Was there any dissension or infighting or?
Smart, quick, right? Savvy. I'm a pivot. So our team is young. Their team is young. My comment after the game is the future has no defense, because the score was very high, and that's the game you're seeing. I think you're seeing a trend come back into the NBA where it's going to be high-scoring games.
That was 132 to 130 that night. So absolutely. Defense, you could argue, was optional, but he was special.
And I think LaVar is a genius.
Because
of the way he impacts his kids, because of the things he set up and how he creates. I went to the UCLA game last night. I played at UCLA. Coach Wooden sitting behind the bench. Magic Johnson, Jerry West come into the game. Shaq and Kobe when they were with the Lakers. I've never seen the student section line up to take anyone's picture except for Coach Wooden after the game. At halftime, it had to be 300 kids on their phone taking pictures trying to meet LaVar. And that right there tells me he has impacted the future of sports. Now, you only see an older generation criticizing him. I've yet to see a young kid say they dislike him or they do not want a father like him.
Right. Because old school, Skip, we grew up a certain way. The parents stayed in the background and that la-da-da. But now he's this new age. They're building brands.
Yeah.
He realized that, hey, I'm gonna say things to get you to talk about me, and then you want to hear what I have to say next.
Okay, but Lonzo at Staples has gone a little passive on occasion. You talk about poker face. He doesn't play with a lot of emotion. There's no Magic Johnson personality, charisma going on there. He just makes plays and passes that just have big wow factor. But I'm as big a fan as you can get, but there have been times in those home games when it was time for him to take over and attack a little bit more, as he did all night against you guys. And I don't know why. He just goes a little timid and passive. What do you see?
The charisma is there. You see him in his rap concerts. He has the charisma.
Right.
So you know he has the personality. And, I like to apologize. He's still young. So give him a chance to feel the season, feel the game, feel his teammates. It's not easy coming into a locker room telling any veteran player or any player as a rookie or as a young point guard, this is what you need to do. Playing for Hubie Brown in Memphis with Jerry West being our GM, Hubie Brown being our head coach. Hubie Brown would always say the 2 toughest positions in the NBA coming into this league is the center position, because it's a man's game in the paint, the physicality, and the point guard position, because you can play that the longest. You are going against guys and other opponents who have mastered that position vocally, with the ball, in the huddles. It's so many games within the game that he will continue to evolve.
And plus, LaVar keeps calling out the next opponent.
You know what that is? That's when You grow up in the hood. I grew up in Kansas City, Kansas, Wyandotte County, one of the poorest counties in the United States. But great people, a lot of pride. You grow up in the hood and your dad take you to the playground and it's the older guys playing. And he makes you get out of the car and play against those older guys.
Right.
And he tells them, cut him no slack. Just don't beat him up.
Right.
Cut him no slack.
Yeah.
Just don't beat him up. So what LaVar is doing is preparing him for not just now, but the future. He's bringing out the best of everyone so Lonzo can get better. It's everything strategic.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.